Welcome back to another video. What you're about to watch is not trending and it's not meant to be. This is the side of TikTok hidden from the mainstream. Like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join us as this channel evolves into something way bigger. Trust me, I have a lot of plans for this.
Bad Bunny halftime show just became the most watched halftime show ever. So the Bad Bunny halftime show had an estimated 135.4 million viewers. Now that breaks Kendrick's halftime record last year of 133.5 million, and it utterly destroys the TPUSA halftime show numbers that were estimated at about 6 million.
Please let me know down below who watched the Super Bowl this weekend. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about Bad Bunny and the performance. I'm not a fan of him. I don't really care. But the stuff I've been hearing, some love it, some hate it, some don't care for it, just like me. What'd you guys think? Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys watch the show? Let me know.
Here are some of the wildest what-if theories. What if when someone's name randomly pops in your mind, it's because they're thinking about you? Well, I am a hot topic. They should be thinking about me. What if we get high from breathing air, but when somebody does drugs, it makes them sober and we think they're high when we're the ones that are high? What the fuck? What if when you sometimes feel sad for no reason, it's because someone has died with no one to grieve for them? So we just get selected to be sad over someone we don't even know? What if the reason we haven't gotten visitors from the future is because we have no future? To be honest, you're not wrong. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. What if we are all in a video game and each year is a new level and whoever dies has to start all over again? Well, considering I suck at video games, it looks like my time is numbered.
Quick pause. If you're still watching, please like the video. Comment what you would like to see next and subscribe. This is a new channel and we're building this community together.
This was posted a couple hours ago. I really need you to look at it. Do not scroll. This was a photo from a couple months ago when he met with some world leaders at the White House. This is the actual photo, but what's alarming is that he altered this photo and he is depicting a map with the US, Canada, Greenland, and then if you can see there, Venezuela covered in the US flag. This is the sitting president showing the world how he sees borders. This isn't messaging, this is intent. This image visually erases that Canada is a sovereign nation, Venezuela is a sovereign country, and Greenland belongs to Greenland and Denmark. But you guys already know that. What we can't do is normalize dangerous ideas. They've already said they're in control of Venezuela. This furthers his push on acquiring Greenland. And now it surely looks like Canada is next. This right here should tell everyone what he believes America is entitled to. This is what imperial thinking looks like.
Erica Kirk has controversially revealed that she will be aborting her and Charlie Kirk's third child after recently revealing that she was pregnant, saying, "It's what he would have wanted." The US conservative podcast host was sadly found dead on a college campus over 10 weeks ago, and he was well known for his far-right views on immigration, foreign policy, and women's rights, except the right to choose. He'd often remark on his podcast how he and his wife had always discussed having an abortion for their next child, even going as far as saying they probably should have got rid of the first two as well. Erica Kirk now seems to be fulfilling Charlie's final wish by holding a public vote on which date the termination should be, either on Christmas Day to honour Jesus' birthday, or on March the 11th to carry the fetus as long as she legally can so that she can be as close to him as possible before she gets rid of it. Lots of people have criticised this move, however, highlighting the fact that she is only 8 weeks pregnant, despite the fact that Charlie passed away over 10 weeks ago, and that maybe she's trying to get rid of the clump of cells because they're actually J.D. Vance's kid, whom she's been having an affair with, rather than Charlie's final gift to this earth, with her wanting to make sure she gets rid of it before the baby is born with eyeliner and it gives the game.
I don't know what you guys believe regarding this topic, but me personally, I find it very messed up to carry the child all the way till you're legally allowed to. Whoever revealed this information about them too, this is very screwed up. I don't think you should have leaked this topic or any sort of this sensitive information. Charlie Kirk and Erica Kirk stuff is very dark as is, and now you're revealing this type of thing. Not cool. Let me know what you guys think, what your thoughts are on this topic. I'm very curious.
Matt Rife's been keeping a secret from all of you, not from me, because I watched their every step. I've been noticing your moves, dude. How long you been to occultism? Demonology? You freaks. Other than being just another puppet, I'm sorry, jester in Hollywood. What you been up to, Matt?
I have just bought the Ed and Lorraine Warren's home and occult museum with my very good friend.
That's wild, Matt, because with the company you keep, we would have had no idea you were into such things. What were they known for?
Ed and Lorraine Warren are who took demonology and ghost hunting and paranormal investigation and made it mainstream.
I have no idea where you would learn such things, maybe from the family biz. Oh, hey, Seth Green. Isaac Happy had a lot to say about you. Anyways, we should have known something was up when the dude went from this to this. What the heck? I literally feel like I'm in the movie Uglies. You know, when they went from normal people like us to the perfect ones. I literally find it spot on. But anyways, no one thought it was a bit suspicious that he decided to channel Billy Idol? And at the exact moment Matt Rife was channeling Billy Idol was wearing Basquiat. And if you don't know who Basquiat is, well, you often find him being repped by Jay-Z or Ellen DeGeneres. He had some very interesting artwork, but what did he know how to do? Well, rumor has it Basquiat was a medium. He was a magician. He was a scion of Haiti and learned voodoo from his mother. And allegedly, Basquiat knew how to channel immortal beings like Urzuli Dantor into the mortal realm because he knew the relationship between possession and the dance floor. In December of 2024, he got baptized and stated that even though he hates church, he wanted to believe in God. And am I the only one who's noticing that they're mixing occultism with Christianity and making it mainstream now? Something doesn't feel right about this dude anymore. Is that what we're doing now? We're just going to chalk it up to their aging, even though everyone else is aging backwards in Hollywood, right? We're just going to ignore the other stories of Elijah Wood and Corey Feldman and Amanda Bynes and Britney Spears, and you don't think that a pair of twins in Hollywood could have suffered any trauma at all compared to the others, even though they had an online countdown clock to the day that they were legal because of how badly these twins were exploited? We're just going to ignore the fact that they always stated that we just do what we're being told. They also stated that when they look at childhood photos of themselves, they don't feel connected to them at all, and they felt like little monkey performers. Have you ever seen how monkeys are treated in the industry by chance? This was Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen in February of 2011. By 2012, they are both in relationships with men over 40 years old who don't look a day under 60. Does this look like grooming behavior to you, by any chance? You think she looks happy here? You don't think that this is abnormal whatsoever? He treats Mary-Kate like a child, which reminds me. This is Mary-Kate, and this is Oliver's 9-year-old daughter. Let it sink in. No one found it to be a red flag that a grown 40-year-old man would get with a 20-year-old woman who looks like his 9-year-old daughter.
That's
Same
a
with Ashley
stretch.
Olsen, 58-year-old boyfriend
That's
of
a
Richard
reach.
Sachs. This looks absolutely natural. No red flags here. Now, normally you see this kind of behavior with young models and actresses in the industry who are trying to make it to the top, but Mary-Kate and Ashley were already at the top, so why? Just ignore the fact that they had deep ties to people like P. Diddy and attended events like the Real White Parties, but I'm sure nothing happened to them there. We'll ignore the fact that Ashley dated Jared Leto, which some whistleblowers have come out and stated their experiences as minors with Jared Leto, and also the fact that he runs a cult in Croatia. What I also found interesting is that the Olsen twins were so close to Bob Saget that they attended his funeral in which he passed away from blunt force trauma, but they didn't attend his roast. I wonder why.
He actually didn't call blackjack because he hit on the Olsons when they were 8. He didn't stop till they were 21. And look at this, which is what he used to say to Mary Kate Olsen in her dressing room. He'd tell her, "Act like this more." He said,
Ew.
she'd be like, "You done it, dude."
Yeah, you're probably right. Going from this to this, it's probably just aging.
Is it strange that this guy is dating one of the twins? Absolutely. They are like half of his age. But I think it was kind of a reach when they said what they said about her and his daughter. I don't think they look alike, but still pretty weird. I remember watching them when I was little, watching Full House. Do you guys remember? Let me know if you guys watched Full House.
When was the last time you saw Selena Gomez? Why do I ask? Because she's got a new music video out, and she's also done several interviews over the past week. But the one problem is, there's more than one Selena Gomez, is what people are saying. Why do I say that? Take a look at this. Who is that in this picture right here? Is that Selena Gomez? These stills are from one of her latest music videos. But this is why people are concerned. You see what she looks like in these photos. Now take a look at her in some of these interviews recently. Who is that in the interview? That's not the same person I just showed you from the music video. Take a look at what she looks like in this interview. Is that Selena Gomez as well? And then there's this Selena Gomez, straight off of her own TikTok account. Do you notice something different in every video and every photo? Here is Selena Gomez in 2024. That's Selena Gomez in 2025. So can someone please explain to me then, who is this Selena Gomez? This is the Selena Gomez we're all used to seeing. This is not the Selena Gomez we're all used to seeing. So the question needs to be asked, as always, has Hollywood claimed another celebrity? So the question needs to be asked, is there more than one Selena Gomez? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. And as always,
Are we not clocking how terrifying the Ring Super Bowl ad really is under the guise of find your missing pet? It is turning every Ring camera in a neighborhood into AI surveillance, meaning you walk past a Ring camera and it's going to be able to detect who it is. What this allows for is law enforcement, maybe even ICE, to upload a photo and every Ring camera in the area will search for that person. This is terrifyingly dangerous. Sacrifice your privacy to save one dog a day.
Did you guys see this video of Mr. Beast being asked on Aiden Ross's live stream about Antarctica and the ice wall? Now, his response is extremely strange, but his body language tells you everything you need to know. Check this out.
Have you ever been to Antarctica? Yeah. Do you believe in the ice wall? Yeah, I saw the ice wall. Well, yeah, he saw it too. I can't say on stream. No way, but we'll talk about it later. That's crazy.
Listen.
He almost leaked it.
Awkward.
Let's just say you always need someone with you when you're in Antarctica.
Hold on a second, though. Do you know what countries signed the Antarctic Treaty? Countries like Russia and China, which we apparently can't get along with them, but we can all agree to not explore or go to or develop or go and check out Antarctica. I will say also, it's very interesting that the United Nations logo does appear. They call it like a Mercator map or whatever. It's a freaking flat Earth map, man. Also, I will say, so this is a depiction of what it could be. Ice wall around us, and then boom, other lands. How freaking cool. But here's the crazy part. Did you know what countries didn't sign the Antarctic Treaty? I'm not going to say. I'll leave that up to you to research and maybe comment your findings in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts and follow from.
Erica Kirk has controversially revealed that she will be changing her last name back to her maiden name, dropping the Kirk and reverting to Franz V, saying, I never really liked the last name Kirk, and I will always remember and respect Charlie, but I'm going to take this opportunity after God's plan was enacted to go back to my old name. Erica had the last name Kirk after marrying fellow white Charlie Kirk, who recently died under mysterious circumstances whilst promoting his new book, Israel and 10 Other Myths I No Longer Believe In. Erica Franz V has confirmed she will still be carrying her late husband's flame despite dropping his last name, saying, I don't want people out there to think that I didn't like Charlie. He was really an okay guy, and he was the father to at least one of my children. He meant something to me, like he meant something to all of you. And his legacy will be continued in the form of sponsorship deals and merchandise sales. And if I'm being really honest with you, I'm not even that thrilled about my maiden name as well. It's just more appealing for any new prospects I might date, because then their name won't be replacing another man's. Realistically, I'd prefer a much stronger male one, like, I don't know, Vance.
One of the physicists at the time, George Gamow, said that the DNA has an uncanny resemblance to a digital bit string. And Crick realized what the string was doing. It was providing information for directing the construction of the proteins and protein machines that are necessary to keep even the simplest cells alive. And so this raised a fundamental question that really had not been appreciated prior to that time by people trying to explain the origin of life, which is, where does all that information come from? DNA is like a software program, only much more complex than any we've ever written.
When you look at a complex computer software program, you understand it was made by a programmer. But when people look at the human body, way more complex than a computer program, they say that it had no maker. Okay, makes sense.
A portal just opened up in someone's backyard in the UK. Watch this. So they start out in the kitchen, go outside on the deck. What do they see? That is a portal.
What the fuck is going on right now?
Say weird.
Why would you place all these guys in the same prison? So if y'all haven't seen the news, the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn is trending for the wrong reason. I mean, seriously, just look at who they're holding. Luigi Mangione, R. Kelly.
Sean Cole?
Even 6ix9ine is turning himself into joining on the fun. I don't know why all these guys are in the same prison, but there's only one guy who could be responsible for this.
When was the last time you saw Guy Fieri? The Food Network star, Guy Fieri? Diners, drive-ins, and dives? And why do I ask? Because Guy posted a video on his Instagram account to celebrate his 58th birthday. And he was unrecognizable, leaving fans asking the question, what happened to Guy Fieri? If you haven't seen the video, take a look at this.
Hey there. After so many years of celebrating my birthday as Guy, I figured this year I'd celebrate it as just a guy. Happy birthday to me.
Who is that? Who is that in the video that was posted on Guy Fieri's Instagram account? This is Guy Fieri that we're all used to seeing. And this was an image of him not too long ago prior to his injury. So who is this that was in the video posted on his Instagram account? So the question needs to be asked once again. Has Hollywood claimed another celebrity? As I say in all my videos, I understand that people can age and people can change. But these Hollywood celebrities are all not looking the same. So let me know your thoughts in the comments as to what you think happened to Guy Fieri. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
Welcome to Super Bowl night, where the food isn't judged on taste, but on how long it can stay in the game. This dough is built for endurance. Oils, conditioners, and sugar keep it soft well past regulation. It's a gluten Hail Mary. No flags here. That melt is no accident. Added fats and stabilizers keep the cheese consistent every single time. Blue 42. Processed meats release oil when heated. That's how the flavor spreads across the field. Who cares as long as it tastes good? With wings, it's all about surface coverage. Salt, sugar, and thickeners make sure nothing slips through. No sacks here. Who doesn't love some cheesy bread? Enriched flour and emulsifiers keep the bread soft, even after it cools. No need for warm-ups with this. Sauces reset the palate. Seed oil, salt, fat, and acidity keep every bite feeling new. It's like an audible in your mouth. He's going deep. Desserts rely on sugar and oils to stay soft and glossy long after the final drive. By halftime, real food changes. This was built not to. That's why it works for game night. How's that stomach feeling?
Jim Carrey's 62nd birthday party of November of 2024 was titled The Laugh Supper, by the group, of course. There's a lot to unpack in this picture. For one, I found it very, very interesting that Jim Carrey was wearing a Saturn shirt, while Seth Green was wearing a Mickey Mouse shirt. What is he doing to his eye? A lot of people would say I would do anything to be in this room with this group of guys. This is some of Hollywood's most famous comedians. However, have we been fooled by the characters they play on and off screen? Let's take Jim Carrey, for example.
I don't exist. So they're all characters that I played, including Jim Carrey, including Joel Barish, including any of those things. They're all characters.
And why would any Hollywood celebrity create a character off screen for the public?
Because I thought I was just building something that people would like, but it was a character.
Do any of you remember Katharina White? She took her own life in 2015 after being Jim Carrey's on and off girlfriend of 3 years. Katharina wrote a letter 2 years prior to taking her own life, claiming that Jim Carrey introduced her to various things, including mental abuse, disease, substances, bad atmospheres, you name it. Katharina's mother and her ex-husband both tried to take Jim Carrey to court for the alleged wrongful death of Katharina. However, by February of 2018, the case was thrown out and life went on for everyone. Well, except for Katharina. And let's not forget the video he made for Emma Stone when she was just 22 years old and Jim Carrey was well over 40.
And every day for the rest of your life, you would thank God that I was the appropriate age for you.
So does the world only love the characters they play on and off screen? Do we ever see who they really are? And like I said previously, there's a lot to unpack in this picture. I thought Jim Carrey was leaving the industry, and now it's looking like he's even deeper in. Let's kind of break down who the heck is at Jim Carrey's 62nd birthday party.
So they showed you pictures and videos and documented evidence that they eat children, perform rituals, and worship the devil. But you went to the store, bought alcohol, got drunk, ate pizza, got fat as shit, tuned into the goy slop, and you went for it.
I just found out why Kevin James looked so sad at the Super Bowl. So during the Super Bowl, Kevin James was just sitting completely alone in his suit, holding flowers. Now everyone was wondering why he looked so sad, and apparently he got stood up for a date. You see, Kevin was supposed to meet his date there. She just never showed up. The empty seats beside him were apparently for her and her family. He was taking them to the Super Bowl. But this girl just straight up stood up Kevin James. She must have thought that Matt Taylor was actually just an art teacher and not, Kevin James.
Remember when they said we were crazy because everything's demonic?
Mind you, they said we had religious psychosis when we said that everything was demonic. They said we need to put the Bible down. We thinking about it just a little too hard. Turns out everything is demonic.
Yep.
The movies, the music, the TV shows, the politics, the politicians, okay? Demon worshipping, baby eating pagans.
Stay weird.
I don't think it get more demonic than that.
So many Epstein file connections to the Beachy music video. Start by seeing a group of guys outside of this truck. A lot of them look older, wealthy, dressed up nice. They're all standing here waiting to buy something. This guy who's selling the product opens up the truck, and what's inside is this. Someone decides they want 2 of these and they're loading them up in the car. Annie says you're going to enjoy them. We see them escaping, running in a field, away from this person. We see them escape into water. We then see these 2, dressed in all black, walk in to see this person looking at a laptop and being gross. They decide he needs to go. And every time they do this, they're marking them off the list. We see this guy from the beginning also get marked off the list. Then we see this guy. There's a protest outside. We see the ones dressed in black walking through the crowd. We see them behind him. They take him up to the roof and he sees this, the ones that escaped. And since he was a part of buying the product from the beginning, they decide it's his time to go and they put this artwork of PDF on his back. His music video was released 10 years ago and he was unalived by himself. People believe that he did not do that, somebody else did because he was telling the truth. He was not afraid to show that they were buying this, doing to them what the files said that they did, showing that a lot of people that are in control are this way. And there's only so much I can say, so please go do your research about the files because you need to be in.
Plants just harvesting humans for food?
What did you just say?
Plants are actually forming us by giving us oxygen and water, and so we die, and then they just eat our bodies.
It makes sense.
Technically,
It
she's
makes
not
a lot of
wrong.
sense.
I don't need sleep.
Stay weird.
Answers.
So apparently Ray J is working with the feds right now to drop a major RICO case against Kim Kardashian and her mother, Kris Jenner. I'll show you the footage in a second. It was during one of his live streams, but he said that this is going to be worse than what we saw with Diddy. If you don't know who this guy is, he used to be a rapper a while ago. He also had an interesting relationship with Kim herself, so maybe he does know something. And we saw Kanye make a lot of allegations about Kim, but we never really seen anything come to light, so maybe now we will, but check this out.
This federal RICO, though, on KK and Chris? Ooh. The federal RICO I'm about to drop. Anybody know Kim and cool with Kim? They need to tell her now. The rain is coming. The feds is coming. Hey, right. The feds is coming. It's nothing I can do about it. It's worse than Diddy. It's worse than Diddy. It's worse than Diddy. The feds are coming to investigate. Yeah, because it's like, I can't be the dirty guy no more.
What do you mean this is bigger than P. Diddy stuff? What do we not know about the Kardashians? What is being withheld behind the closed doors? What kind of dark information's out there? Who knows? Do you guys have any theories? Please let me know. I'd love to read them all.
Scary things hidden in photos. A photo was taken of a little girl at her sister's grave. As you can see by the photo, she's completely on her own. So why is there another reflection in the water? Could that be her sister? The photo was taken during his wedding reception beside his 2 best men. When uploading these photos to Facebook, they realised there was someone else in the photo. I'm sorry, but what the hell is between his legs? This creeped out the bride and the groom because they claimed there was no children at the reception. And it kind of does look like a child that's demonic. This photograph was taken of a standard catalogue. Nothing unusual, just advertising some clothing as a family. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. Whose hand is that? Because it's not his. Look again. This photo was taken by their daughter at dinner time. There is an empty chair, but if we look at the empty chair and the reflection in the window, that chair ain't empty. That's a woman. That's creepy.
Talking gargoyles in the Denver airport just prove that they are not even trying to hide it anymore. The conspiracy behind this whole airport is unbelievable, but I want to show you this first.
You never heard of gargoyle gargle?
Now, as if that's not interesting enough, I want you to look at some of these murals that are inside of this airport that were recently covered up, actually. But this is the original painting that was inside of this airport. What kind of picture is this painting to you guys? We have this military figure that's killing the dove and these families here perishing. How about this one right here? Some sort of maybe one world organization. That's kind of the feels that I get here. Let's not forget about this one with some sort of cataclysm that's happening in the background. Again, like some sort of burial, just very satanic looking pictures and murals inside of this airport. Why? And perhaps the creepiest thing about this airport is what they call Blucifer, a blue horse with glowing red eyes that's out front of this building. Even more interesting, the artist that was designing this, when they were trying to put it together, the head fell off and killed him, and they still put it up. What's interesting is Denver already had a working airport before they put this up, and it took 2 extra years of construction for this airport because it's rumored that there is underground cities under this airport for the elites, bunkers, or maybe something even darker. All in all, it's making it so obvious that the people who control this world, that build these buildings, they're not for the people. There is a dark satanic order that's happening right underneath our noses, and they put it in plain sight. The Denver airport is absolute proof of this. If there's anything else that I missed in this video, let us know in the comments down below. And don't forget to like, share, and follow for more hidden truth.
Look at this disturbing footage of Epstein recently released. Now, because the Department of Justice and FBI are not releasing any additional information with really any of these videos or clips, I don't know what to make of that footage. But to me, this looks like a video recording, like a screen recording of a live photograph. Now, you can see Epstein is clearly pointing out whatever's happening with his lip and his kind of lower face jaw area. And I don't know what that is. If somebody is watching this video and could provide some clarity for me as to why his lip or face would look like that, that would be great. Obviously, my mind jumps to some sort of STD, first of all, but to my knowledge, Epstein didn't have any of those. This also, to me, looks like he could have been punched or, had some sort of injury to this part of his face, but I can't tell what it is exactly. But regardless, there are a number of videos and photos of him from this recent drop with an injury like this. I don't know if it's the same injury to his kind of face/lip. So if you guys have any ideas on what this could be, as I'm doing my research, please let me know, because I don't know, there's something about this that just seems really ominous and disturbing. And if you want to join me on my journey to expose these freaks, you can check out my channel, The Conspiracy Files, or you can listen to the show on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
So we're at the Drake Hotel in Chicago. This has a very famous ghost story going back to opening night when this was a brand new hotel. It was New Year's Eve. They had in 1920, they had a grand opening party here where all the elite of Chicago were here. A woman sees her fiance with another woman, and she's so upset by this that she came up here to the 10th floor and she jumped out of a window committing. Her spirit has been seen up here on the 10th floor. They've seen her in the Palm Court, and they've seen her in the ballrooms downstairs, generally wearing a red dress. Now, no newspaper account of this has ever been found, but many people believe because this was a brand new hotel and all of the high society in Chicago were here, they covered it up and kept the story out of the newspapers.
Britney Spears' name has been mentioned multiple times in the Epstein files. I'm just curious as to why I have not seen anything about this on my FYP. Day after day, she is being laughed at by Hollywood, laughed at by the media, laughed at by the world. But seriously, we knew this whole time there was something so much deeper going on with this situation. And the only question I have are, where are her friends? Other than a few of them dressing up as her for Halloween and using hashtag Free Britney, they haven't done much. And it's just looking a little bit to me like Britney Spears was experimented on. Because why would Dr. Mark Tramo, who is affiliated with UCLA, be emailing Jeffrey Epstein about Britney Spears' conservatorship or her custody battles or the neonatal ICU project? Britney Spears was treated like a literal slave by everybody around her and made her go mad. She was exploited from the time she started the Mickey Mouse Club, and don't pay attention what those posters say behind her, until she was a 40-year-old woman. And even though Hollywood treated her like a monkey in a circus and about danced her to her own deathbed, she still to this day can't stop performing. It's almost like she's programmed or something. But many people have spoken out about this. It's just the world did not want to hear it.
Do you believe that Britney was trafficked to Diddy and absolutely? Absolutely. All of those girls, all of those Mickey Mouse girls, including Christina Aguilera, all of them, all of these children have been trafficked. Part of the reason why they can't tell you is because they were drugged. Yeah. And most of what was happening to them was happening. And what they have left are the memories and the nightmares. Now they think they're just bad dreams, but they're memories. And because they've been drugged and they've been handled and they've been shrunk to death, they don't know what to believe, but they can feel it.
And I will stand by the fact that Britney Spears was failed by everybody, her family, her lovers, and especially her friends, because it took a team of people to do this to her. And anyone in the industry that claims that they protect children but don't protect the children in the industry are just snakes to me.
When paranormal events like this happen inside your house, it's time to call a priest. If you can't feel comfortable and safe in your own home, what peace do you really have? My house is my happy place. It's where I relax. It's where I spend time with my family. And that's where I unwind. But when your house is infested with things that are otherworldly, you lose all hope. In just a moment, I'm going to show you a quick video clip, and I even slowed it down at the end so you can see this entity even better. The problem is, most people will tell you this is a ghost captured on a home security camera, but I think it's much darker and much more evil than that. And you can see by the people's reaction who are sitting there and who witnessed this, they know it's time to get out. Let me know in the comments if your house is haunted, and what do you think this thing is?
What is that? What is that? Let me know what you guys think. That is crazy.
Stranger Things. I think it's kind of fun to look at the story. Shout out Live Files. Preston Nichols is the scientist, the engineer who's doing these radio experiments. Camp Hero is where it's happening. There is this chair. They were able to use frequencies to help people to see through the eyes of other people. They called it the seeing eye or the seeing chair.
Montauk, they combined a bunch of the supernatural spookiness with the scientific stuff.
People who were doing it started to see a beast in the room. But there's even testimonies that this beast came to real fruition, and it's one of the reasons the lab and the experiment shut down. Somehow through electrodes and whatnot, they would visualize the apple. And then they started noticing that this thing is like starting out as a hologram and then becoming material in the room. The scariest part of the story is that the person, to see through the eyes of another person, often had to hold hair from the person that they were trying to view. Exactly what you do. Santeria. In that practice, the taking of someone's hair is to take a part of their soul. You sit in this chair attached to these frequencies, and then you'd literally have the power to possess in some way their soul.
Is that why monks have no hair?
This is Jeffrey Epstein with a piece of cloth from the Kaaba that he used as a rug in his house. Now, the Kaaba, the cloth on it is one of the holiest sites in Islam. And through his connections with this man from the UAE who's based in Saudi Arabia, was able to get the cloth and reportedly use it just as a normal rug in the house. Which, if you know anything about Islam and the Kaaba, this is a big no-no. For Epstein to get this cloth just shows how crazy and high his connections truly went. And how corrupt a lot of the higher-ups really are.
You cannot make this up. It is 2:24 a.m. Someone left this right outside my door. I guess it's a little bottle of alcohol. This is really random. Went to go get my DoorDash, and it was just here. No one knocked, but I definitely shouldn't drink it. Are they trying to poison me?
AZ apparently wiped his Instagram account after being named in the files.
Huh. Wow. Oh, wow.
Did anybody else hear about the woman that donated a human skull to Goodwill? I saw this on a local Facebook page and immediately had to go and fact check it because what do you mean? First of all, why do you even have that? And secondly, why do you think giving it to Goodwill would be a good idea? So I had to look it up to verify it, right? And when I did, I saw that they still don't know who this woman is. They have security footage of her walking into a Goodwill store in Chelsea, Michigan back on January 26th and then getting into a vehicle and leaving with another woman who drove her there. A little while later, Goodwill called police just before 2 p.m. to tell them that something suspicious had been donated there and when police got there, they saw what appeared to be a human skull wrapped in a t-shirt. Now, investigators think that the woman may have donated the skull by accident because it was included among a whole bunch of other donated items. So police took the skull from Goodwill and had it taken to a medical examiner who said they're pretty sure that it is real and that it is a human skull, but they had it sent off to the University of Michigan for further analysis, which is a process that takes about 90 days. So because police don't know the identity of this woman, they put out a description of her and the vehicle she was last seen in. They say that she is in her late 40s to early 50s with shoulder-length brown hair, and that she was with another woman of the same description, and that the two of them left the store in a dark gray 4-door SUV.